How to start from nothing. I'm gonna share a little story with you. 12 years old, living with my grandmother, removed from the home because of all the chaos that was happening in my life. And I really loved gymnastics growing up. I was put in classes here and there at the YMCA, it was just little rec classes. And I hadn't done gymnastics for quite some time because of what was happening. And I was sitting at the phone, those phones where you had a dial and had the long cords. Yes, that's what we had. And I had a phone book, those big fat phone books that we used to have. And I thought to myself, Andrea, if you want to do gymnastics, mind you, I'm 12 years old, if you want to do gymnastics, you have to make it happen. You have to make it happen. You can't wait for somebody. You can't wait for somebody to give you the green light. I didn't know how I was gonna pay for these gymnastics classes. I didn't know what I was doing. How would I get there? How would I get to practice? Luckily, the gymnastics place was about a mile away from my school, so I knew I could walk there after school. So I called the YMCA and said, hey, I'm Andrea, I'm 12. I don't know how it went down, but I want to do gymnastics. I ended up showing up for a tryout and I was put on the team. I'm a 12-year-old with all these young girls on the gymnastics team, but I had a heart, I had soul, I loved the sport. I was excited to escape into something else besides what was happening in my life. That moment right there in my grandma's living room with her big phone and the phone book changed my life forever. You see, it didn't dawn on me that if I wanted a different life, I had to make it happen. I think the YMCA put me on some sort of scholarship program, and then sometimes I would just hope and pray that someone would pick me up after practice. Mostly my grandmother, she often came to pick me up, but a lot of times I had to sit there for hours and hours on end. And I don't share this to be a pity party, but this experience taught me so much in my life that you truly can start with nothing and do anything that you desire in your life. There are 3 things I want you to know, embrace, and learn and repeat over and over and over again. Number 1, you have to know exactly what it is that you want. I knew I wanted to do gymnastics. I want to do gymnastics. I want to go to gymnastics whenever I can, wherever I can. You got to know what you want. Most people don't know specifically what they want. You gotta know with such detail. So if you want to make $100,000 a year, know that. Say that. I'm gonna make $100,000 this year. If there's a relationship that you want, if you want to grow your YouTube channel to a certain amount of revenue or numbers, know exactly what that is. Don't just say, I hope I get 25,000 subscribers in the next year. No, set your intention on that goal. Number 2, now that you know what you want, you need to go after it with gazelle intent. Dave Ramsey talks about that all the time. You need to go after it. Don't sit around and be researching all the things and then 6 months passes and you haven't made a move. You gotta go after it like your life depended upon it. You can't wait. You can't wait for permission. If I had waited for someone to put me in gymnastics at 12 years old, I wouldn't be where I am here today. You cannot wait. Nothing is going to be right timing. No one's going to say, yeah, you got this. Here's the green light. Here's the money that you, no, that is just, it's not happening. That's not happening. We take those barriers down, get them out of the way, and go after it as if your life depended upon it. And when you fail, because you are gonna fail over and over and over again, you don't get to success in your life. You don't reach big goals in your life without failing along the way. Just accept it's part of the process. It doesn't signify who you are as a person. It's just part of it. So take some of that load off yourself and expect yourself to fail and not be good right away. And it's gonna be clunky and you're gonna sweat and it's gonna feel uncomfortable with whatever it is that you wanna achieve in your life. Dust yourself off and get back up. At 35, I basically started my life over with 4 children, quitting a career that I had built my entire life building. And I could blame the YouTube algorithm for certain things and my YouTube channel wasn't growing. I could blame viewers. I could blame the economy. I could blame so many different things. But where is my attention when it's focused on those things? Limiting beliefs. What's not possible? How I can't do this. Instead, I'm going to focus on, okay, that video didn't perform well. Why didn't it perform well? And what can I do? Let me open my eyes up to other possibilities. If I focus on the algorithm and how bad that algorithm is, and I'm so mad at the the algorithm. Well, then it's just gonna keep being bad for me because I'm focused, my energy is focused. You get what I'm saying? And number 3, to help you go from nothing for whatever it is that you wanna move towards in your life or manifest or bring into your life. You gotta be weird. You have to be weird. Because if you keep doing the same things that everyone around you is doing, you're gonna get the same result as everyone around you. And if that's a good thing, great, keep doing that. But chances are you want something different for your lives, that's different, your life that's different from your family and your friends or your community or your loved one. And you gotta be weird. Step outside of what's happening. Think of a new way of thinking, like get yourself out of your own way for a bit. Let me give you an example. If you're trying to get fit and you want to get all in your sexy jeans again and you just want to feel really good, you're probably not going to want to go out to eat with people who are not putting their health as a priority, okay? Because you're going to be so influenced by everyone around you and what everyone else is ordering. Your goals in your life are no different. Be weird. The cool kids are weird. Remember all the nerds in high school, in middle school, in college? They succeeded. And the popular kids, well, who knows what they're doing today. If you're interested in learning more about my story about how I went from foster care to full-time profitable YouTube entrepreneur, check out this video right here. Give this video a thumbs up and we'll see you in the next one.